Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Captain GG, and today we have episode 2 season 4 of the Home Sweet Home Save MK Dons in the Premier League. If you haven't already seen the last episode, do go out and check it out before watching this one. But it was a big episode against some very big teams to start our Premier League campaign. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go as planned, but like I say, against big teams, what more can we expect when it's only our first opportunity to get to grips with the Premier League. Today's episode is going to be slightly easier. We have some easier teams to face, but no game is easy in the Premier League. But without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay chat, so we're here, it's match day, and as you can see, a couple of teams have already played on the Saturday, with now us having the opportunity to play against Norwich. If we can find 3 points, it will boost us up all the way up, probably only to 15th, but above Arsenal. What I mean, after 3 games, if I'm sitting above Arsenal, chat, after playing 2 of the best teams in the game, if not the division at least, and to be sat above Arsenal would be absolutely amazing. So let's go and try and get all 3 points against Norwich. In terms of the opposition instructions, we'll just ask our assistant manager to do that. We have fiddled with the team selection already. Fetty, Arp and Egart are going to be starting up front together. I'm not sure which round really I want to play them at the moment, but we're going to go with it as is for now. Caffrey will be in the cam, along with O'Reilly, Kadoy and Baker across the midfield 3. Hickey is going to play over Jamal Lewis at left back. Jerry Scahill and Tarkowski will play at centre back, with Nico Williams at right back. Walton is going to have to play in goal. He's actually playing his debut after we had to play our youth goalkeeper for the opening 2 games, which obviously didn't help as well, as Hoffman has been injured for a little while, but hopefully he's going to be back very soon. Other than that, Scott Twine drops onto the bench, Torres onto the bench, Rodrigo's on the bench as well, along with a couple of others. But we're going to get into this game. Hopefully we're going to bounce back and find the 3 points. We had a decent game against Coventry, although that game against them was with our weaker side, so we have rested a lot of these players. I want to win every match today, no different. Let's go for the fans actually today, I think. Yeah, go for the fans. I'm going to go for the old pump fists and faith in their ability to win this game. We aren't going to answer any questions. Look at Stadium MK, it's beautiful chat, it's full to the rim. Quite a few Norwich fans, obviously quite local. Milton Keynes, this is definitely the most local game we have in the Premier League at this point, and their team is average. I think our team is probably a little bit better. Like I say, we're both down in a relegation zone at the moment. We haven't picked up a single point, so hopefully today will be our first point. We are normally stronger at home as well. So I really feel confident in our abilities to get some points from this game. I mean, at absolute worst case scenario, we need at least a point, chat. We can't walk away from this game without a point against Norwich at home. Really, if we want to be staying in the league, we need to be winning these games. O'Reilly swings in the ball, Tarkowski, and it's off the bar. Dangerous from the set play already, and it's Tarkowski this time who headers it against the bar. Everton beating Leicester 2, or have beat Leicester 2-0 by the looks of it as well. Pretty good opening sort of half hour for us. Nico Williams finds Fetty Art, gives it back to him. Come on Fetty, gives it back to Nico. Are we going to swing in a ball? Finally does. O'Reilly flicks it towards goal, but that was never really going to challenge anyone. That's what needed to be flicked towards the back stick so someone else could get on the end of it really. Or he needed to try and bring it down. But going into half time, it's that same issue again for us. We're having efforts, but struggling to get them on target at this point. Right, I'm pretty happy though with the performance all round. We get into the second half. Nice, Tarkowski gets it half cleared though. It is going to come back at us. Only wide left. He's going to try and swing in the ball. He does. Keeper comes towards and grabs it. Brilliant goalkeeping. Our young goalkeeper would not have done that. I was a little bit worried about what my keeper was doing there. I'm going to lie. O'Reilly wins it well. Caffro into Kadoy. He's got to be offside. Egart, he's through. He scores, but I think he is offside. Yeah, he is offside. It's going to go to VAR. For me, it did look offside or disallowed. Yeah, it's understandable. Unfortunately for us, it will not count. Just needed to be set back to him a little bit quicker, didn't it? Unfortunate. But it's good to see that he found the back of the net from that opportunity. We are going to have a look at some subs. We do have a potential central midfielder coming in. He's going to be coming hopefully in from Aston Villa, and he's better than all 3 centre midfielders in which we currently have, so that's definitely going to help us. In fact, I actually want to cancel that. I want to undo that. I want to leave O'Reilly on. I'm going to move Baker into here. O'Reilly goes out to the Mazzella, and we're going to bring him on there. Okay, sweet, that works. Do I bring on Scott Twine maybe? Cathro's not having a great game, so let's bring on Scott Twine. Then maybe Rodrigo late in this game. I'm going to leave it for now. Another 10 minutes goes by and we haven't had any other opportunities. We might have to bring on Rodrigo, maybe for the last 10. Opportunity potentially here for someone. It's Norwich who currently hold possession with Mepham. That's fine. Keeping him pinned back. There we go, Fetty. Now can we break O'Reilly? Plays into Edgar. Why did he go backwards? All he had to do was shoot. Such a simple finish. And he tried to play it backwards. I really don't understand that. Seen a couple of people mention why FM has got players doing that. That's something to do with a new match engine, I would assume. Scott Twine plays into Edgar. Can't go backwards this time. And the super sub is Scott Twine who plays the ball through. He's definitely not offside here. They're checking it. And it is goal awarded. Scott Twine comes on, picks up the ball in space, rolls it through, round the back of the defender. Edgar gets onto it. Keeper had sort of sold himself already. And we have the goal. And now, I think what we have to do from here is probably just maybe make a sub at the back. Aaron Hickey's having a shocker, so I'm going to bring on Jamal Lewis. And just hope that we can maybe try and see out this game. As I say that, there is a highlight here for Norwich, and they flip one through to Solanke. Great save from Walton. Absolutely fantastic save. I thought he might have been offside, but they've given the corner, so he couldn't have been. Instructions, waste time, be more disciplined. Probably going to drop off attacking as well into positive. Go for the shout, go for a focus. Try and get through this last couple of minutes of the game. And it's a huge win, chat. Scott Twine coming off the bench to get the assist. We will take that all day long. Brilliant 3 points. Our first 3 points of the Premier League campaign. We were sort of starting essentially with a handicap, really, having to play United and Liverpool opening 2 games. But that is huge for us, chat. It takes us up into 15th now in the table. Like I say, above Arsenal, above Wolves, above Southampton and Leicester as well. We're very happy with that. What we're going to do is we're going to jump into the transfer deadline day next. I don't think we're going to have too much to do. We do have just this one man coming in, hopefully from Villa. Rodrigo Villagra is going to be the man to come in just to help us out and bolster our midfield 3. Definitely better than all of the midfield 3 we've got in there currently. And has had 2 sub appearances for Villa and is paying a 7.10, so pretty happy with that. If he's the only man, we won't come back for it. If there is anyone else that's brought in, we will obviously come back and cover it. Other than that, we'll just jump straight in to the next game. Okay, chat, so we're back. Deadline day is done. Not much happened on it, which is why we didn't really bring you the deadline day per se by itself, but you guys have already seen that in either your own saves or in many other YouTubers' saves. So we didn't want to go through that with you guys. What we are going to go through is the 2 transfers in that we made. Rodrigo Villagra, which we did mention in the last little segment. He has joined us and we paid £16.75 million for him. Half and half now, half over the course of the next 3 years. So easy money there. And then in terms of another in was just Kevin Ehlers, or Ehlers. He's joined us from Bayern Munich. Now that is only a loan deal until the end of the season with the option to buy for £16.5 million, I believe it is, or something in and around that. So if he progresses well and he turns out to be a decent centre back, then we can obviously go for him and get that job done. Now, in terms of that loan in, what we have done is loaned out 2 centre backs. Luke Mbete has gone off on loan to Besiktas. And then we got Luka Rakic also going out on loan, and he's gone to Betis. And the reason why we decided to loan them out is they weren't going to play much with us. obviously then their value drops. We've loaned them out to try and keep their values either where they're at or even progress. Luke Mbete is only 20 years old as well. I don't plan to sell him on after I plan to get him into the first team somehow. Luka Rakic is probably someone who I am going to look to sell at the end of the season. So we're going to loan him out. Hopefully his value stays as to where it is or increases, and we can get a little bit of money at the end of the season for him. In terms of the next game, we are ready to face Leeds. Obviously, from the last episode, from the last segment even, you saw we were 15th, just above Arsenal. So we're going to hope to try and get a result here away to Leeds. This isn't going to be an easy one. No game's easy now though for us, to be fair. United have just beat West Ham by 2-1. Hopefully we can go and get a decent result though. In terms of the team, I actually haven't looked at this too much and which way around we're going to play it. Tarkowski is injured, so let's bring on our new centre back, shall we? Kevin Elhers, go and play there, lad. Also Villagra, let's get him on the bench there for now. Everyone else is okay. They've got issues. Mike Short should probably be on the bench. At least we don't need a goalkeeper on the bench. Oh, so that switched that around. Betty Arp apparently is only a 2-star. Maybe Mike Short should have the game. Maybe Mike Short should have the game. We're going to go with Fetty. It is what it is. We could also... Caffro is having an absolute shocker at the moment, playing a 6.34. I'm going to give it another game. But again, we've got Scott Twine on the bench if needs be. And now what we're going to do is just double check out Villagra in a couple of these different roles. Box to box is good. Ball winning. I think with ball winning we lose a lot for him, right? Building up box to box is probably his best role. Or the Mazzella. Probably box to box. Lewis Baker can play as the ball winning if needs be. It's definitely not his best role. It's actually his worst role. Okay, I think we're going to have to either stick with Kadoi, which I don't want to do, so I'm going to go with Villagra in the ball winning. It is what it is. Matt O'Reilly can then stay where he is in the box to box. That's fine. Lewis Baker, perfectly fine out in the Rosella as well. Aaron Hickey had a bad game, so I'm going to bring in Jamal Lewis back in for this one. Other than that, I think we're all good. More injuries with goalkeepers. Fitness test passed. Right, Hoffman, you're back in. You're back in, Hoffman. Let's get it then, chat, into the game. There was a wee international break while we were away. A couple of these games, a couple of these players would have played, a couple of them wouldn't have. Hopefully they'll be pretty fit. Hopefully the Leeds players won't be. I'm not really sure who's in the Leeds team nowadays. Pretty changed team to what they have in real life. Kenneth Taylor's there. Max Aarons is also playing there. Other than that, they don't have too many of the same players. Jack Harrison, like I say, but I think last time I've played Leeds before in this save, and Jack Harrison run a riot. I think we were in League One at the time though. Pundits might not believe in us today, but we definitely believe in ourselves. We go for the pump fits again. We can't do this every game because it starts to lose its potence, but for now, while we're just trying to build a little bit of form, definitely worth using. Come on, boys. I've got a chance. O'Reilly swings it in. Oh, would have been a great start. Nico Williams finds Ellis. Ellis is our new centre back. He's nice and tall, which we like. Caffro could have played it through there, maybe to Fetty. Scott Twine would have. That's a good ball. Max Aaron. Oh, what's happened? What's happened? I don't quite know what happened there. Ellis sort of went to play the ball. It's sort of come off someone's back, whether it is his back or whether it is Alvarez's back. They've got a super lucky, such a lucky goal. Unfortunately, we find ourselves a goal down now because of it. Alvarez now has a free kick in a decent area, but unfortunately for us, he can't get that on target. Hopefully we can now look to build. I'm going to go for an encourage. Need to try and get back in this game. Jamal Lewis finds Eggert. Come on, boys. Lovely. It's a fantastic ball, that. Jamal Lewis. Oh, I tried to like slip it back into him. It's unlucky. I like the idea. Again, patient build up from the Dons. Unfortunately, O'Reilly's giving it away. Max Aarons down the right hand side. Dribbles past a couple, gets a decent ball in to the back stick. It's flicked back in. Hoffman makes a save and it's cleared. Living on the edge, chat. Living on the edge. Harrison now with a corner for Leeds. That's a good header away by Baker, but no one there to receive it. It's only going to come back at us. Llorente swings it across. Poor cross, to be honest. Quite easily dealt with. But like I say, it's just coming straight back at us. Aaron's is absolutely rapid. Why did he seem so fast there? We get away with that little scramble in the box as well. Leeds probably should have scored there. It should probably be 2-0. But fortunately for us, at the moment it's not. We can maybe try and switch up some of these instructions. Maybe we have to go to slightly more direct and drop the tempo a little bit. Oh, they're in again. Oh my god, what a hit. I think it's come off the bar as well, or the roof of the net. Leeds really starting to pile on us now. Nice. Let's go, coming in. Look at, he's got so many people to beat, he's all on his own. There's no way. Might be able to find Fetty in the box though. Gets a cross in, but Michel is there. It's unfortunate again. What could our striker do there? He didn't really have many options. Highlight carried on. I feel like we're watching like the full game at this rate. That's another good ball. Harrison. Oh, pulls it back. Alvarez, and it's deflected and wide. I thought it had looped up into the back of the net. But again, it's another one that we just about scrape away. It's the corner and that swung in. I feel like this has gone on to full game. It's not. It's definitely key highlights. We've literally watched every minute of like the last 5. Again, it's Leeds that have the opportunity. Not looking good for us at this point in time. Again, the cross. Nico Williams blocks the first one. Gets out to Ortega. The ball goes in deep. It's half cleared, but again, there's just no one out there. It is because we play such a narrow formation. Oh, that's a good ball. Could have been offside. He might have been offside, to be fair. Oh god, literally every single highlight. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Come on, Hoffman. Can we just get a lucky one? Big boot over the defence. It is. Baker. Oh, look at all the space for O'Reilly. Couldn't find him. Saw the space myself as well. So did Baker, but couldn't pick out the pass. O'Reilly does have it wide left. Swings in the ball. Fetty's there and goes wide. It's unlucky. It's unlucky. Okay, we need to point the finger and tell them we need to play much better in the second half, because we're lucky that it's only 1-0 to Leeds at this rate. It could have been a lot worse. The second half hasn't started too great with, again, Leeds on the front foot. We're going to have to go for a shout, tell them to focus. Ah, there we go. There we go, chat. 2-0. It was coming. It was coming. I mean, as expected, we are just here to try and stay in the Premier League first season, trying to improve the team as and where we can. Cafro decides to go, why did you not just bring it down and turn? That's a great ball. Edgar got to score. He's got to score. He's offside. He wouldn't have counted. But what an opportunity that was. We have been playing slightly better in the second half. At least there's less Leeds attacks. Cafro again really not having a great game. We might need to start thinking about his position in the team. Ella's also not having a great game. Marlon Torres coming on. Both of them were playing a 6.2. And then Lewis Baker maybe. Yeah, Lewis Baker's only playing a 6.3. A lot of players in our team just not having the greatest games. We need to be at our best every game. We're going to want to get anywhere near mid-table. We can get away with having bad games and still staying in the league, providing those bad games aren't against teams that are in and around us. And it's 3. It's a little bit sigh after beating Norwich. It's a little bit tough one to take. Leeds was the hardest fixture we have in this episode. Next game is going to be up against Wolves, I think it was, who are literally just below us. Unfortunate, it's a 3-0 defeat. It could have been worse, so we'll take it. At the same time, we had the odd opportunity to go and score. I'm going to point our finger and tell them I don't like what I saw, just to make them aware. It was away from home. Clearly we were pulled left and right. The width really did help Leeds United there. Okay boys, so we're back. It is game day. We are going to be taking on Sheffield United. Maybe an easier game for us. Definitely going to help that we are at home. The reason why it's going to be so imperative to success is because we have the narrow pitch style to compensate for our narrow formation. So we definitely do get better results at home. Hopefully we'll be able to go and beat Sheffield United and climb a little bit further away from the relegation zone. Same team, to be fair, that I'm going to put out. Instead we're going to bring in Scott Twine, and maybe I'm going to give, actually, I think as I think about it now, I think I'm going to Mike Short is going to go in for Fetty Arp, and that's how we're going to start today's game. We've got to give him a go. Rodrigo on the bench as well still. Haven't really gave him much of a run in, and probably should before he starts getting annoyed with his game time. Go out there and give the fans their money's worth. We're at home, like I say. Again, I'm sure it'll be probably a sellout crowd here at MK. It is indeed. We need this. We're linguisting just above the relegation zone. Arsenal still down there though, so that's good for us. They play Everton next as well, who've had a pretty decent start to the season. That might not be an easy game for them. We need to go for a shout. We need to go for a fire up, I think. Been a pretty dull and uneventful first half. But we'll take dull and uneventful, because against Leeds it was very eventful. And it wasn't good for us. Yeah, potentially, can we get the ball back here? Let it cruise. Sheffield United's team has changed so much. Oh, that's a great hit. That's half decent save, maybe. I think he might have tipped that onto the post. We haven't got the danger clear though. Pretty poor clearance, and it's only going to come back at us. That's a good tackle by O'Reilly. Now can we get on the front foot? O'Reilly still, and he's still going. Can he look for some support? He finds Edgar, pulls it back, and Mike Short was there, but great defending. And it was nearly 1-0 to the Dons. Both teams coming close in that segment. We needed to really do better. That pass needed to be better as we have a corner, and it's Matt O'Reilly who swings it in. It's towards Elhers, and he gets his first goal on loan from Bayern Munich. And the German puts us 1-0 up against Sheffield United. The corner's swung in towards the front post. Ellis is there, and we have the lead. Now we can't get complacent. Now we just can't be complacent. Where's the no? Oh, they haven't given me the comment for no complacency. Right, okay. We'll just go with that. Just need to be positive now. I might drop onto positive as well. Got another corner. Baker swings it in. Ellis was there again. He's going to get a second opportunity. Ramsdale. How have they still got Ramsdale? What? How have they got Ramsdale? Have they signed him back from Arsenal? I'm going to have to check that out, chat. I'm going to have to check that out. Maybe I started this save before. No, because he started... Oh, you donut. Why have you given away a penalty there? There was no need to do it. I don't even know what he's done, but it's going to be a penalty. Hoffman, come on, lad. Oh, he was so close to it as well. He was so close to it. Alright, it is what it is. Go for a bit of encouragement. What else we got here then? So I think Mike Short, I'm going to take him off. I'm going to bring on Rodrigo. I'm going to do it. I think if I'm going to bring on Rodrigo though, I need to make him maybe a deep line forward. That'll work. O'Reilly's absolutely battered. Have Kadoy who we can bring on. Baker's battered as well, so is Jamal Lewis. Let's bring on Aaron Hickey, because Jamal Lewis is tired and he's on a yellow card. Need our fullbacks to provide our width as well, so they're important to us. We're going to stay on attacking now, as we demand more for the last 8 minutes. Can we find a winner? A draw would not be horrendous, I guess. This could be it. This could be it, chat. Rodrigo can't win it. Oh dear. Right, bad now. I can feel it. I can feel a bad feeling. But, what about the offside? What about the offside? Oh, that's so frustrating. I mean, the person who scored was not offside, but the other striker got in the way of our defender. He's got to be offside. Referee, you've made an absolute blunder there. Oh, that's painful. To lose the game in which I felt we was in control of. That's really annoying. I definitely thought he was offside. Definitely thought he was offside. Okay, I mean, we stay above Arsenal. One thing I do want to check out is Aaron Ramsdale. Did he come back to Sheffield United? He has. So he went to Arsenal, then went to Watford. One season at Watford and is now back at Sheffield United. I mean, they made £10 million. Oh no, made £20 million on that. Let him go for a couple of years. Oh, Lampard's their manager as well. Worse. The fact that I just lost to Frank Lampard. Oh dear. Okay, chat. So this episode, well, it hasn't gone as well as what I expected. I expected to get a win here against Sheffield United. I didn't necessarily expect a win against Leeds. I wanted to try and get 6 points from it. We've got 3. 4 would have been okay. We are outside the relegation zone. We are above Arsenal. But we are going to be having a very big episode next. Leicester, Wolves and Arsenal. Now, all 3 of those teams are the teams, or they were the teams that are below us. Leicester are 14th, Arsenal 18th, Wolves 19th. Can we get some points against Arsenal while they're maybe struggling? They haven't won a game all season. They've had Aston Villa and Wolves. Wolves are below them. And then Man City and Chelsea, to be fair. So you can understand why they didn't win those 2 games, but it is what it is. Right guys, I appreciate everyone who has watched all the way to the end. If you are still here, smash that like button, hit a share maybe as well. Would really appreciate it. But other than that, we'll catch you on the next episode, which will probably be live or out for you on Wednesday. And if you want to catch us live, you can do that tomorrow night, Monday 8 PM, and then again throughout the week. But other than that, boys, we'll catch you next time. Peace out.